Welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. Let's get this train running. So, you could say a lot's passed and not a lot's passed. Let's start off with research. Research, I don't know, I think about 50 levels since the last episode. Because I've spent a lot of time sitting here in this chair doing stuff. As you can see, we're about to hit the main line, which is slightly expanded. Yeah, we're way out here, and I've laid down some track. The main line had just a tiny bit of an upgrade. Over here, I used a proper right angle. Proper 90-degree turn is probably a better name for it. Over here and up here, I use these T intersections. Now, technically, I should have used the proper 90-degree turn, but I had these in my hand at the time, and I just threw them down, to be honest. Yeah. And I know they're not signaled 100%, and that's made even worse the fact that I was using a freaking blueprint, but they work. Mainly because I just don't have the train throughput through these corners to actually actually be an issue. But they are Mojo's design, and a couple of you guys in the comments have mentioned that you've seen Mojo and Colonel Will and blah 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 blah. And dead set, the man is a god when it comes to trains. I like trains, I hate signalling, and yeah, the man is a god. I know I can signal if I want to put the time and the effort into it, but frankly, of all the parts of Factorio, it bores me the most. So, we've made some good distance on the map, by the way. But yeah, the important thing is, for a normal, turn from this side to this side, or from up here to down here, there's no throughput problems. Crap, I meant to remove those signals. Do that, and then eventually I'll get here. But yeah, 2 trains, 3 trains, 4 trains, bugger it, 8 trains could pass all through here at the same time without any issue. Same goes for this one. Yeah, I left your signals as well. And your signals. I just have to make another trip back out here. So far, I haven't bothered putting things on their own trucks yet. At the moment, everything is either wired up to the center 2 lanes, or in the case of some of these lovely, again, Mojo blueprints, it's wired up to every line. And it can use whichever one it wants. And, are you loading? No, power. I've had a few of those where I forgot to put power poles back down. But so far, look, it's working fine. It's working brilliant. We do have a problem where we've exhausted quite a few iron outposts. Copper's still going strong, but yeah, I've laid some train track. We've come all the way across, and then this used to tie in here. Oh, and I forgot to give you construction bots, because we also burn out a coal patch. Instead, I decided to take it right the way down, and then tie it in. And the only throughput problem we've got at the moment is this. Because it's a great T, but it is a T intersection. And just the way it joins, it means that trains are slowing down. Like these two are passed without a problem. But trains are having a slower time getting through this intersection. Down here, again, didn't put in a right angle turn because I may extend this line out for more resources, because we are just chewing through resources. I also might flip this T intersection, so it runs north and east-west, and then tie it up into this lane here, so I can get rid of this shit. Still all undecided at this point. Crap, we made some distance. We're already back at the home base. The main line into the smelters got moved along. I decided, no, look, I want better separation. Because our stackers were getting big, and I know for a fact that our copper stacker was big enough, but our iron stacker up there, it wasn't big enough. We had too many iron trains, and it has backed up on the main line when I've walked away for hours, which is not ideal, but I do it, so it has backed up on the main line before. So, Main line's got moved all the way across. All these things will get retied into the new main line. That's my phone going off, which you can probably hear through the table. I did remember to turn it on silent, so I'm getting there. Our iron stacker got one hell of an upgrade. Single lane was not doing it anymore. So, and that was Discord, which doesn't listen when I turn it on bloody silent. So we now have 2 feed-ins. So we've got first and second lane, third and fourth lane. I realise that in theory it's only the first 2 lanes. No, the second and the third lane. They're going to be the only 2 that end up doing iron in theory. Which means that essentially I could leave the others. You know, they shouldn't be used if I fix the outpost end. Same story. I've tied all 4 of these lanes into this top lane because it's just not getting as much throughput. And that's for the iron outposts, iron 1 and iron 4, 19 and 20, which still come in from the north. Everything else is basically from the south. But the main reason I fixed the main line is it means, and move the main line across, is it means this lane, this outside lane, will pull off first to left for do stone. So that means the stone trains have left this lane already. Then we've got copper, which will then get pulled off again. So that means this lane from like copper onwards should be empty. So it means the 2 iron trains coming up the next 2 lanes should pull off to left, which are free turns. It's only the right hand turns that cost us because we're on a left hand lane system. Which means again, there should never be anything on this lane to slow them down. We'll have to wait for the iron trains to get past. They should turn in just straight like that one. So that leaves the center lane, which will have coal and oil and any plate trains, PAX trains. So that's a perfect example. 2 just pulling at the same time. Nope. Why did you stop? You shouldn't have stopped. Oh, you stopped because the other one was pulling straight through. Alright, more tweaking may be needed. Yeah, more tweaking may be needed. But that's a problem for later. So, yeah, it means oil and coal will be the only things. There's another one, I've done it. And there. Done that a fair bit. Okay, so mainline continues up here. This is now our output only. That's the only thing on this train track now. It's our output from the smelter, which unfortunately is turning right, which is having a cost. Both these trains have to wait, and any trains going southbound have to wait, and northbound. So that's going to get a custom intersection, same as this is. Basically to let 2 trains come out at the same time. One into... Sorry about that. One into these 2 lanes and one into these 2 lanes. I know we shouldn't be using this one. I know we shouldn't be using that one. It's a problem we'll sort out at the other end. And the idea being that if we put a train onto the 3rd lane at the outpost end, it will only ever run through the intermediate network on the 3rd lane. It has the option of the 4th lane and the 1st lane at the smelting end. But from the outpost end, it should never end up getting on that 3rd lane. At least, I hope that makes sense. So yeah, another T intersection. All this up here has been ripped up. Our parking got ripped up. Solar got ripped up, in case you couldn't tell. We just built straight through the middle of solar. I just bulldozed it. Not that it's affected our power, at all, basically. This coal finished, wherever the hell it was. Oh, about here-ish. Coal's finished. Parking got moved all the way up here. We still have this running, even though it doesn't do anything. It's literally storage for uranium. And crap, who was it? Oh, somebody made a great comment. Spy Guy again. He pointed out a mod for nuclear robots, which means every single construction robot never needs to recharge. Catch is, it needs a fuel cell, which we still have heaps of. And with 39,000 exploded uranium, we're not short on at all. So there is a possibility that that'll get installed, and then we'll have this system fired back up. Well, emptied from storage after we use up 774,000 shit uranium, and then we might have to find somewhere to tap it into our oil build. Actually, right here would work. We've got a lane. Yeah, that's a problem for later. But yeah. So thank you for the suggestion. It might end up happening very, very soon. What else have I done? I have broken the power. Oh, you're not inside a bot network. Fixed. I have finally decommissioned what are they called? Military sites. I just literally, we've killed off the biters. There's no point. There's no point at all to have military sites running. So I got jack of it. And I've let the last few pots being processed, and it's now as dead as it gets. So yeah, that cleaned up the main base a little bit more. Main base is now tied in, and it's just tied into every lane because it's a main base. In theory, it might use any lane. Actually, in theory, it should only use the center too, but who knows? So it's just easier to tie it in completely. Over here, because we've only got these 1, 2, 3 outposts, I just tied it into the center 2 lanes because I just couldn't be bothered. We're actually at the pack station. I want to look at how much fuel we used. Wood! You might notice something about my storage. There's a tiny bit of wooden boxes in storage. We still have our lovely little Bernie circle, and I am going to improve that. In fact, I have a plan which I will build and then blueprint and then just dump down so I can show you guys to burn off excess timber, because there was a crap ton of timber basically. And actually, okay, so I've got some wood. I'm going to go through this really quick. How am I going for time? 13 minutes, got a bit of time. So raw wood has a fuel value of 4 megajoules. Bottom line is we're trying to burn this shit as fast as possible. If you turn it into wood rather than raw wood, you get 2 wood for 1 raw wood, which both have a fuel value of 2, which is still 4 megajoules. If you then turn that wood into a wooden chest, you use 4 wood, which requires 2 raw wood to get a wooden chest, which has a 4 megajoule fuel value. So it means these 2 of them would be 8. Turn them into a wooden chest, you actually get half as much fuel. So that's really important, because that's exactly what I've done. I am requesting 1,000 wood, and we are getting rid of it a bit more, and turning it straight into wooden chests and dumping it into the active provider, and it's going into the burning network and it's being burnt. I have no idea. Can we see? We want consumption. 7 per minute. Let's go with per hour. 400 per hour. So let's call it 1,000. 1,000 per 2 hours. So we've got like 60 hours worth of wooden chests to burn. 60? Whatever. A shit ton. 240 cents better. Either way, a lot of wooden chests to burn. So, yeah, that's another thing we're to do. And it looks like one of our scientists has died. We're out of yellow again. Which is half full. Alright. Back on our train. Let's go to JD Plate. Really? Why can you not get to that train station? You're a pain, train. Up on the wrong track? Nope. Alright, bit of manual driving. So yeah, I've dumped down a shit ton of train tracks. That's the first bottom line. Actually, let's run this command. And I cannot remember what the original number was. I apologise. I think it was around about 2,000 and about 10,000. Yeah, I've 10,000, 100,000. Surely, I have no idea. Actually, I think it was around about 12,000 to start with. We now got 208,000 straight rail, which sounds about right, actually. Oh, I just lost some bots. Good bots. I want to go faster. I wonder what happens if I go through this train. We're going to Iron 43. We need to remember that, because we're going to turn right down here. We might go through this train, I might die. Right! Well, that answered that question. I missed... No? No, those signals are actually meant to be there. Get off the track! What train line are you on? You're on the third line. Crap. JD. Alright. Work for me. No. Oh, there's a missing track somewhere. So yeah, I've laid a bit of track. A shit ton of track. I have more than once run out of track. The poor outpost train has done I don't know how many laps back and forth to the base to pick me up more track, more track, and each lap's like 8,000 rail plus. So yeah, in saying that, it really doesn't last that long. And the trash train has been pulling up piles and piles of... Can we go there now? There's a missing rail somewhere. You're missing. Am I on that track? No, I am on this track. Okay. Yeah, there has been a few problems like this where I've missed one little bit of rail because the robots are lazy. But yeah, so I've laid down a heap of track. Now we're on a 4-lane main line. There's a lot less problems. I wouldn't say the system's perfect yet. Obviously, it's not fully wired in or cabled in yet. Can we work now? Nope. Nope. And yes, I have technically created a couple of loops. Oh, there was a tree in the way. Fucking tree in the way. So close to the end. That's another one missing. With a signal. Yeah, there has been some cruising around the train tracks in reverse, so you're slower, looking for problems. And there has been lots of problems discovered. I just missed that one. So, this is how far I've got. You know, giant main line comes down here, loops up the bottom of the base, up the middle of the smelters. I don't know, whatever you want to call that. Cuts across here and gets to here. Now, I am about to join these two, which I'm actually going to do on recording for you guys. Mainly because I need to move stuff. So what needs to be moved? That power pole. And then dump that. Pull you lot out. It's off by a square. Fuck it. Rip the whole thing back up. Research. God, train, you're lucky. Tracks were literally being ripped out from underneath you. And yes, because of the amount of track and the amount of train lines, you can see we have a UPS issue when I dump down heaps of train track. We're really pushing the limits of the game. We've been doing that from the start, but you know, it's getting worse. The devs really did a lot of optimizations for trains. Oops. Do not run out to the middle, JD. Do not run out to... Yeah, find a safe spot. The devs did a lot of optimizations for 0.15. And it's made a big difference. But we're pushing the limits. We're pushing the limits hard. So, yeah, putting down large chunks of track does cause a bit of lag. And the reason I'm putting this line in, but because I got carried away, is this old line's going. And we're going to move these across. Which I probably don't have time to do this episode. We're going to put a cut in there. Yep. There's always one. There's always one who's over eager, who then parks right across the middle of an intersection. Change over my armor so I can actually move in a hurry, because my build suit got more buildy. I don't know, is that a word? Probably not. Remove that. T-junction to 2 tracks, that's the one we want. Crap. I'm probably standing on the tracks right now. Done. Yeah, there's also a lot of cleanup to do. Yeah, my build suit keeps having these roboports pulled out of it, and yet another fusion reactor added, or two fusion reactors, because there is lots of trekking to the middle of nowhere, building stuff. Let's go with you. No, let's go with straight track and curved track and signals and normal signals, and do it that way, because that's easier for me to fix. Okay. Well, now we've got that done. Yeah, my build suit, well, you can see right now, the battery's going down. With, I don't know how many bots I'm carrying, running pretty much non-stop. Legs have not been running, because I jump in a train, I just drive it around whilst doing the construction. Yeah, there's been a few charging issues. Those signals have to go, and those signals have to go. But yes, so this is a bit more of an update episode than an actual let's get something done episode, because I've just spent hours and hours getting stuff done, and it's still not all done, not in the slightest. Yeah, there's still quite a bit of work to go. So, oh, and at the same time, I found out I made some more fuck-ups. I haven't quite ratioed everything correctly, and this is causing a problem with yellow science. 10 points to the first person that can guess what I'm short on that's slowing down yellow science. Yeah, I'm confident nobody will get it. Actually, I'm so confident that nobody will get it. If somebody does get it, dead set. You can come join me in the next series. The next series, whatever it happens to be, Factorio, non-Factorio, you want to do something else? Well, maybe not something else, because there's lots of games I can't stand. Let's just leave it at Factorio. Whoever gets what we're short of, and can put it in the comments, they can come join the next Factorio map. Or even have a blast around in this one with me. Unfortunately, there's no more biters to kill, but, you know, pretty sure we can find something to blow up. There is a few hundred nukes laying around. Yeah. So, look, I'm going to leave it here for this episode. The factory is still running. It is still producing. We're still cranking out science. As you can see, it's got a hiccup because yellow science is bugged again, I bet. No, I cut off power. I can see that instantly. Where's the power pole? You got power, you got power, you don't have power. One power pole right there. Fuck it. Alright. I'm going to have to go put down a power pole. Did I run power? I did run power. Ew. You have power. You don't have power. Maybe that'll fix it. I thought I put in redundant lines. I did! Okay, let me guess. You short on yellows? Yeah, short on yellows. Yellows. How many yellows do we have? 0. Yeah. Yellow's broken. So yeah, like I said, I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, as always. Next episode, we're going to fix the thing that we're short on, which, yeah, points to whoever guesses it. Nobody will get it. Nobody will get it at all. Super confident nobody will get it. And hopefully, soon, I will have finished placing rail, because I'm dead set. I'm getting really jack of running around placing rail. But it should fix, hopefully, all the throughput problems. The copper smelter still has to be upgraded. Well, the copper stacker has to be upgraded still. To accept... Actually, it still only needs to accept a single lane input. There. Put a power pole in the middle. Run over a bit closer. Yeah. Doesn't matter, it's got to be upgraded anyway because Iron went to... I forgot to show this monster off. So, dual lane output. Dual lane input. I have no idea how many levels. 2... Crap. Actually, let's go to there. That's the quickest way to count the height of a stacker. 33 stacks, I guess, high, and it's actually double length. You can see this strip of signals right down the middle. It's doubled, so we can stack 66 iron trains. Considering we have iron outpost number 47, maybe it's not big enough. Really thinking around about 80 is probably a better number. But yeah, I could probably do that off camera, because at the moment it seems all I'm doing is off camera work. Which is boring. I really want to fix the problems. Actually, yeah, so we're going to fix things, and the other thing, fix things the next episode. And it may be the same episode, depending on time. It may be the episode after. We need to rejig this. Because these were never put far enough apart, both on the input and the output, to get trains in and out. So the whole green circuit copper thing is going to be rebuilt. Green circuit, red circuit, blue circuit is going to be rebuilt. And the plan is to abuse the left-hand turn system. So they come up here, they turn left, they go to where they need to go, which is a right-hand turn, I realise, but, you know, can't have everything perfect. And then come back out, which will be another right-hand turn. Maybe I go... If I go left, that's a right. That's a right, but that's 100% throughput right, because there's no... It's not a turn, that's like a right angle, so it doesn't count. That's a left, that's a left. That there would be a delay because of iron trains. That one there'd be a big catch because of all iron plate, steel plate, copper plate. Unless I feed them in at the bottom as well. If I feed them at the bottom, they're turning against their own ores. Don't know. The thoughts to be had. I've got to count up the turns and count up the throughput, but the plan is to move these. So once green circuits, red circuits, blue circuits have been built, they exit the module and they go around to where they need to go, and then come back down and go back into their build. That's the plan. Don't know how well I get it to work, but that's the plan. And as with Factorio, planning's half the game. You plan for shit, and then it immediately goes wrong. At least that's how my games work. I don't know if yours are any different, but mine, I plan for shit and it just goes wrong straight away. One object's missing construction. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know about that one. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I will catch you in the next episode where we go about rebuilding circuits and moving them and getting their train organized, and hopefully I don't have to lay another piece of track ever again. I know that's the biggest lie in the world, because part of fixing the circuits is laying track. But yeah. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching as always. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd love you to. It just helps the channel. That's it. I was only saying a couple of episodes. We just hit 200. And I think today, and like I said, I record in advance. So I think today we're up to 247 subs. So in a couple of days, we went up 50 subs. Actually, I was looking at my emails last night, and there were 10 subs in a day. To me, that's amazing. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, the next goal is 500 subs. Don't know what I'm going to do when I hit 500 subs. I'll think of something, I hope. Thank God. I finished ripping shit up. And if people care... that can go, and that can go. F4. Time usage, F4. We had... Oh, crap. Where's it gone? Circuit network. Circuit network was up really high. It was up at 1.2-ish. It's dropped down to 0.2. And that's purely because the circuit network that I had wrapping all the train tracks is gone. Yes, we're still hovering down to 45 UPS again. The trains have gone up significantly because we have more rails, more T intersections, more pathing in general. It doesn't help that I have actually made... Thanks, autosave. I have actually made a couple of loops. Into the back of steel smelting is a loop. Where is it? Steel smelting. You can come... Crap, which one is it? It's this top one, believe it or not. So you can come into steel smelting and then drive straight back out of it. So I just have to cut this train track and then it becomes a knot loop. And I've made a loop in oil. You can come in here, straight through, straight the way around, and back through here. Oil I'm happy with because it's so far away. I don't really mind. I have made a grand loop just now, going all the way around. Again, no objections, because it's such a massive loop. It's a long way for trains to go to turn around. And I'm hoping that the penalty for all that extra track is enough to stop them doing it. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I know if they don't have a choice, they will go for a loop. So if blah blah train has to turn in left here, and it can't, but it can turn in right, there is a chance it might go all the way around a loop, off to oil or something, turn around and come all the way back. You can see this is still causing us troubles, this T intersection, which means it's got to go. And to do that, I just need to replace the stacker. Replace the stacker, hook up the output and the steel input. But yeah, like I said, problems for later, problems for later, problems for another episode. I'm going to have to call it here, otherwise I'm going to ramble forever. And somebody will probably yell at me because I'll be late to go out, because I need to leave in like 3 minutes. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I will see you in the next one, where hopefully we get more shit worked out. Alright, that's it.